We apologize for the technical difficulties. 2nd and 12, 4:30 left in the third quarter. You missed a illegal procedure and then a 3-yard run by the Foxes. We appear to be back. And it is now 3rd and 12 with 4:10 left in the third quarter. Your Wolves up 52-6. And we'll move to 2-0 on the season once the final 16 minutes now run off the clock. And retain the China Bowl. Kazabowski to throw through the hands of his intended receiver.
Pass intended for number 9,
Nicholas Steffen right through his hands. And in anger, he jumped up and ran back to the huddle. He is mad at himself.
Well, we had to make sure you guys were still watching and on your toes. So we are back. And better than ever, right, Ed?
I was going to say, I don't know if we could say we're better than ever, but by golly.
That's a stretch. We're back. How's that?
We're back. Yeah, let's just go with that.
We'll roll with that.
The Cuban Missiles back deep around the 30, waiting for this punt. He's going to catch it out of the air around the 33, and he takes off up the middle, throws on the brakes, busted to the left side. He's across midfield. He's got some blockers in front of him. And he's going to run right out of bounds around the 41.
Matthew on the return, forced out of bounds by number 9, Nicholas Steffen.
Yeah, you guys know the drill. I'm more surprised when this stuff works than when it doesn't, to be honest with you.
29-yard return. They're probably saying the same thing.
Yeah, hey. Probably. Hey, how about that?
Whoa. Whoa, we got an unsportsmanlike penalty against Winneconne.
Ooh.
That will not go over well.
Down, I wouldn't expect so.
It's 52-6. You let your play do the talking. And we don't know what happened, so we should probably just let it go at that. But that is not going to make a coaching staff happy. It never, ever does.
You know what, though? I think they'll kind of be happy because it's stuff they can work on. I mean, I don't know what you pick on with a 52-6 lead.
Well,
but now they got some things for the bulletin board.
Because it's not 62 or 72 or 82-6. You
true.
can do that. Noah Boris in at quarterback. He's going to throw to the right side. Caught. Jordan makes a move, stays on his feet, and is spun down after a gain of 4.
Boy, Jordan's played well tonight, hasn't he?
Seems like we've been saying his name quite a bit.
It does feel that way.
Second down, Wolves.
No surprise that the game is the way it's gone the way it has, with a 52-6 lead. I think we expected this after a hard-fought 14-6 win over Little Chute. I think there were some challenges presented this week at practice, and I think the Wolves have answered those challenges.
Yep, agree. I mean, what's Huddy going to say? Yeah, interception for a touchdown. What do you want?
Matthew wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard. And it's going to bring up 3rd down as we have 50 seconds left in the third quarter. They are running the clock, if you haven't caught on to that. This game is going to end probably in about 20 minutes. It is really moving. Gary's going to go down amongst the people. He's going to go into that student section. Good luck. We're all counting on you. Stick around to the conclusion of this one. We will have our Wolves TV player of the game. And we have numerous choices, numerous choices. Matthew trying to get to the outside. Great job wrapping up on that tackle. Keegan Miller, real nice one-on-one tackle. Matthew picked up a couple, but the punting unit is on the field. And that's the end of the third quarter. 52-6 is our score. You're sending, okay. As I go to say you're watching Wolves TV, he tells me he's sending James in to take over the production. You want to walk with Gary as he rolls on in? Let's watch him walk down into the crowd. Don't worry, he's going to get stopped about 10 times by the different various people. And don't worry, he appreciates every one of you that reach out and say thank you. But in some of these smaller communities, like he could run for mayor and get some votes. I promise you that much. As he makes his way toward the student section, it is a whiteout tonight. Good watermelon, eh? It's pretty good stuff. It's all from the watermelon run this week. As Gary's into the crowd, we're going to send it back out onto the field. The first punt of the night for the Wolves. Hudson Semelinski, who had a defensive score, into punt. Gets it off. It lands around the 23 and takes a good Wolves bounce all the way down to the 11 or 12. We'll see where they mark it, but the Foxes will take over. Looks like the 11. 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line. Clock running. Yep, even though they're transitioning, the clock is running. 11:30 left in this one. Again, this is going to be over in about 15 minutes. As long as there's, if nobody scores, we're over in about 10 minutes. Just one of those nights. And the Wolves are okay with it. The Wolves are okay with it. The only ones that'll be upset are the players that don't get a lot of run that are on that field right now. They're the only ones that don't want this clock running so they can get their play. There will be other opportunities. Run right side. Kazabowski. That's Parker. Great job by the Sticks crew as the ball came near them. They immediately dropped it and move out of the way. Their own preservation being number one, wisely. Pickup of 9, 2nd and 1. Again, we are right back here next week, where your Wolves will take on New London. Again, send your comments. If you got scores across the state, you can send those our way too. We will happily announce what's going on around the state. Try to run up the middle. They're going to lose a few. At least 3, 4. Looks like 3. 3rd and 6. Brody Cross on the tackle. Brody's parents sat directly to our left last week, or my left, as we were out in the elements. We were in the crowd, in the bleachers, is where we announced last week at Little Chute, because their press box did not have the space for us. And you know what? It worked out great. It was it was fun to be out in the bleachers and got a chance to talk to Brody's parents for a couple of minutes. Said, hey, just make sure you point him out. Said there's another Brody on the field. So we did just that. Brody made a big tackle before, and he gets another one there. Attaboy, Brody. Make mom and dad proud. And here comes the punting unit.
Who's running this scoreboard? It's the 4th quarter, for heaven's sakes.
Well,
gee,
we know who's not.
Come
and that's
on.
this guy.
Come on, be better.
This guy to your left with 2 thumbs. This guy's not doing it.
Be better.
4th down, punting unit. Away from the return men, gonna bounce. It's still inbounds, picked up at the 37. Matthew up the right sideline. Crosses into Fox's territory. And the Wolves will take over. Nice job by Matthew. He's just making all the right decisions tonight. That ball they just let roll. It was nowhere near them. He didn't just give up on the play, though. As it rolled inside the 40, he just scooped it up and took off. Took the ball inside the 45 to the 44. 8 minutes left in this one.
As a Hugh Sleeman fan sighting, number 62. One of those anonymous linemen, Ed. You know, they only get pointed out for penalties, for heaven's sake.
Yep.
You know, Brody be the first guy to say without them, there's no Brody Schaefer, I'll tell you that.
Number 28, Lucas Bertram.
Lucas Bertram on the carry.
Devin Allison.
You know, I asked Brody in pregame just about, you know, the chemistry, and he said, you know, I think we're all in sync. I think we're all together. You know, we really support each other and like each other. It's just, you know, we've had some mental mistakes, but you know, they've played very well here tonight. Winning solves a lot of problems.
It sure does. Second and 6. We'll call it 6. Bertram picked up 4. This time it's Matthew. He's going to get down to the 35 and make it a 3rd and 1.
If you missed any of tonight's game, we will have a condensed version of the game, kind of like they do with the Big Ten and 60s. We'll have about a 30-minute post on social media. It'll be a condensed game, every play, but just, you know, rapid fire, one after the other. So you get to hear Ed talk the whole time.
Oh, I'm sorry in advance. And that
you're free to mute it.
And you will put that out there when?
That'll be out Sunday afternoon, early evening Sunday.
There you go.
Episode 2 of Wolves TV, Sunday.
We got one score. Rhinelander, the Hodags up 21-6. 8:11 left in the 3rd quarter, taking on Hayward. And
are they playing in the Hodag Dome tonight?
No, they are outside.
Oh, they're in Hayward tonight.
There's potential weather elements, and they said that if it gets to a point, they can go inside. So there's that.
Also, they're in Rhinelander then.
They are in Rhinelander. And the Hayward schools, the Hurricanes.
Are they really? Hayward's the Hurricanes?
It's a combined school. Hayward and Lac Corte. Aralis.
I'll take your word for it.
And why would you be called the Hurricanes in northern Wisconsin? Not a lot of those happening.
Fair question. I mean, we got wolves up here, right? I mean,
we do have wolves, and we have foxes.
We have foxes.
Everything so far makes sense here.
I'll tell you what, we have raccoons in Economowalk. There's no shortage of those. I see why they're called the raccoons. Holy cow!
And
it's like raccoon. It's a raccoon farm out there.
We're questioning the Hayward, LaCourte, Orales Hurricanes. However, if you can tell me what a hodag is. Now I've seen
it's a mythical creature.
That is right. That is right. That is correct, I should say. 5:39 timeout on the field, the 4th and 1. Won't have too many games like this on the schedule.
No.
It's just one of those nights. Not shocking, as we talked about, 18 seniors all introduced pregame as it is senior night, and the 9 freshmen that the Omro Foxes carry. So it just gives you an idea where each program is. So this 52-6 thrashing. And hey, that 6 was a big time play. That is one they will have in the highlights, no doubt about it, for the season.
Look at the Omro Fox students. They're still hanging in there.
First down.
They're wearing all black tonight. So the Wolves all white and the Foxes all black. Good coordination. It's a good rivalry. The proximity, of course, is very close. Omro, just a few minutes from here.
Broderick Stillian at quarterback. 3rd quarterback of the night.
LaCouture.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Yes.
LaCouture, okay.
Jason Garbish checking in, letting us know it's LaCouture.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Jay.
Any Hurricanes up there? Sorry, too soon.
Under 5 minutes.
And the Wolves are going to take a knee.
Seems early for that.
Nah, they're going to give the ball back to the Foxes. That's okay.
I've never seen this.
You know what?
I like it. It's classy. I like it.
But at the same time, these kids they practice their butts off too. Let them.
They should get their
right.
Their reps here, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah. No, I'm with you on that. They should get their reps here.
And there we go. Run some plays. Absolutely. Don't just take a knee. You want to alternate doing that? Sure. But these kids bust their butt at practice. You give them a chance. And quite honestly, if you're Omro, you don't want to see that. You want
That's the last thing you want.
I mean, you already know what the score is.
Bowl will be presented to the winning team's captains.
The China Bowl will be presented to the winning team's captains
At the conclusion of this one.
at the conclusion of this.
At the conclusion of this one as well, we will have a player of the game we have to discuss.
We may have it.
Oh,
I don't know.
I think I think I know where you're leaning.
Maybe.
Remember, fans, please do not go on the track or the field. The players will come off towards you.
Players will come up to you.
Dane Pelletier. Sophomore.
Pelletier. That's Sage's little brother.
And he's got a cramp. Let's hope it's just a cramp. He took a shot to the knee.
Sage, of course.
Pelletier he's hurting.
Sage is a W7 favorite. Here she is.
Gary?
Sage
Is that
in
Huddy
the-
that's just picking up? That's Huddy. He's just going to carry his teammate to the bench. Look at that.
Sage is on the front row. In the
I
picture.
got a friend who has the exact same spelling and says it's Pellet.
You know what it could be?
You just
Carrie's
never know.
pretty nice. She wouldn't correct me, but even though I tell people correct me if I get it wrong.
No, I think you're right. Quick pitch, left side, Brady Marks.
Go Brady, get
Got
your
a
time
first
here.
down. You got a first down on fourth down.
Tackled by
Under 3
Jack
minutes left in this
Butler.
one.
Carried by Brady Marks. First down, Wolves.
Gary's going to have to run on the field and get his
Again, fans, remember,
I'll go
player
get
of the
my
game.
player?
Yeah, get your player. Playa.
Playa.
ceremony, so please stay in the stands.
That's good. I haven't walked enough tonight, so that'll be nice. Walked about 12 football fields tonight.
The China Bowl will stay here for the 8th year in a row after it being an Omro for 7 years. And again, next Friday, right back here in the den.
It will not be 52-6 next week. I guarantee you that.
Unlikely.
New London's a good team.
Brady, nice job. Skipping over a couple of would-be tacklers, falling forward, picking up two.
By the way, it's Friday night in Winneconne, and the Wolves are rolling when it comes to keeping the pipes rolling at home. Trust SBS Plumbing, Winneconne's hometown plumbing pros. Treating every home as if it were our own. Visit sbs-plumbing.com. Proud supporters of Wolves football. Go Wolves. We'd love to have you join us as a sponsor supporting Wolves TV and Wolf football. Easy to do.
Marks again, the carrier. Yeah, if you want to be a sponsor, reach out to Gary. We'd love to talk up your business.
Hit us up on X or Facebook or Instagram. You can slide into our DMs, as the kids like to say. Fix TV Preps.
Listen to you spitting.
Yeah, spitting's about right. We'll do a good job. We'll do a good job putting your brand front and center.
Under a minute. Probably the last play if they time this out right, and I think they will. I respect that one. Take the knee there.
Make sure you stick around for our player interview. It's going to take a while because they got to do the China Bowl presentation, and then the coaches will need their 45-minute conversation, and hopefully after that, if the lights are still on, we can maybe grab a player. I won't tell you who it is, so you have to come back and find out.
I know who it is. I'm guessing. I shouldn't say this. I got to be careful. I don't want to overstep my bounds. And there it is. The China Bowl will stay. It's a happy senior night in Winneconne. Your Wolves are victorious 52-6 over the Omro Foxes. Join us next week right back here in the Wolf Den, where your Wolves will host New London. For Gary Whipperman and cameraman James, I'm Ed Rowie. Come on back for our player of the game. You've been watching Wolves TV.
Winneconne marks the 7th straight Winneconne victory, which ties the longest streak in China Bowl tradition. Omro did this from 2011 to 2018, and Winneconne did it from 63 to 69.
Nice.
Bill, how many we got left? A lot. Fire them off.
You gonna go down there? Welcome back to Wolves TV. We are with our SBS Plumbing Player of the Game, Jordan Winneconne. Jordan, talk to us, talk to everybody, let everybody know what the message was this week that was presented to you and the rest of this team.
Going into practice after last week, we only won by 8 points, and we know we could have scored more points than we did. So we came in, we locked in during practice, and some of us were messing around because it's a China Bowl, but we all locked in the end. So we came out here, we wanted to put up right in the first half to knock the wind out of them, so they know that it's not their fight and we're going to win this China Bowl.
What's it like when you know, especially early on in a game like this, hey, we've got them? What's it like? You could see on the sidelines everybody having a blast. You got defensive players scoring. You got big plays all around. You're in the middle of everything. What's that like? How much fun is that just to be on the field with all that happening?
Oh, it's awesome being around all these people. They're like my brothers and everything. So seeing them all succeed, Hudson running down with that pick six, it was great seeing everyone succeeding throughout the day.
When you see those players that don't get that run, back in the day, you were one of those kids too. You get on the field, you see your teammates that don't get that time, but they're at every practice cheering you guys on, making you better. What's that like seeing them succeed?
Oh, it's great knowing that they put in the work in every practice and that they never quit. They're always there for Scout Team O, Scout Team D, always giving us a look for the team that we're playing this week. So seeing them on the field and getting the opportunity that even though some games that they're not going to be able to, it's great to see them.
18 seniors, what's the goal of this team?
Make it as far as possible, take it one game at a time, go 1-0 and each week, and just fight with each other because, it's our one last ride. Some of us are going to play at college and some of us ain't. So we got to take every opportunity that we can.
One game at a time, and next week it's right here against New London. Our SBS Plumbing Player of the Game, Jordan Winneconne. Thank you so much for joining us. For cameraman James and Gary Whipperman, I'm Ed Rowie. We will see you here next week on Wolves TV.
Wolves on three. 1, 2, 3, Wolves.